Hi there, this is Save with Crypto. Okay, so I just want to talk about a few things really. One is probably my kind of fear of stop losses, which is a bit stupid, I think, and I need to get over it. I'm just going to show you this trade here, or the results of this trade here. This was an Ethereum one that I kind of went into a little while ago, and I got out today, this morning, at 4.97% profit, which was actually a measly $21. So not a very exciting trade at all, but I'm really pleased it's finished because I'll show you what happened. So I think what I did was I kind of went into the trade about here. That was around about the 6th of June. And of course, what happened after that, it kind of like pumped a little bit. And I was thinking, oh, great, wonderful. You know, at that point in time, I would normally probably have set a stop loss slightly in profit, thinking like if it comes back, then it'll be okay, and I'll just make a little profit, and everything will be good. And for some reason, I didn't because because the price had been quite erratic. I was thinking if it comes down, it hits my stop loss, I'm going to be all miserable. But of course, what happened after that, it kind of came down a little bit more, and I was thinking, oh, okay, this isn't looking so good. And I think that was coming up to the weekend, and I thought, oh, maybe there'll be a little bit of a pump over the weekend. And there was this massive drop on the 10th of June. And of course, it went down there, and I started to panic a little bit, and then it dropped even further on the 14th of June. At this point down here, it was actually getting near to my liquidation price, which is ridiculous. I should never have let that happen. What I did was I got some more USDT because I was actually trading the Ethereum USDT perpetual trade, and I added margin to it, which actually lowered my liquidation price down to about 1,300. But even so, what it means then is it means you're not probably going to get liquidated, but if it does go down there, you're going to lose all that, and that was ridiculous. Anyway, so today it finally sort of crawled back up, and I just took a tiny little bit of profit here, and it feels really nice because I'm not in a trade. And I kind of realise now what I should really do is when I set a trade here and off it goes, I should have probably set a stop loss somewhere like here below this wick here, and that would have been, what would that have been? That would have been something like a 2% loss I would have made. The thing is, I was on 10x leverage, I think, so that would have been a 20% loss, which sounds hideous, right? But what it would have meant was that I would have still had 80% of the capital that I had back then. So if I'd have been really savvy, I could have longed from here and gone all the way back up to where we are, which would have been 11%, but on 10x leverage that would have been over 100%, and it would have doubled my money, so I'd have got easily back that 20%. So I think what I need to do is to sort of stop having this fear of stop losses, because the thing I don't like is you start off with like, I don't know, $1,000 or something, you do a trade, doesn't go well, hits your stop loss, and all of a sudden you got 800, and it just feels horrible. But there again, going near to liquidation feels horrible as well. So that's one thing I need to work on. If anyone's got any suggestions of how to sort of mentally prepare yourself for like those kind of losses, then just let me know. I mean, I know the theory of it. I know that you have to kind of like try and win more trades than you lose. But sometimes for me, I'll have lots of small wins, and then one big loss, and then it kind of just like, puts me in a bad mood for months. Well, that's actually not true. I'm never particularly in a bad mood, but, it can upset me for a little while. So, if you've got any suggestions, please leave them in the comments down below. Oh, and while you're down there, please give the video a like. Okay, so what are we going to do moving on? Well, let's take a look at my open trades, as they always say on YouTube. Look, there's none. Okay, there's no trades open. Okay, I have been trading XRP, and I've been doing that as an inverse contract like that. Okay, I've been trading some Ethereum, a little amount with the Ethereum USD pair. I've also been doing USDT trades with Ethereum and Bitcoin actually, and I also did XRP, and I also did a few little random things. I actually did a CRO USDT one, which went horribly wrong because I got my leverage wrong. Because you have to think about these like small altcoins, they move a lot quicker percentage wise than something like Bitcoin or Ethereum. And if you've got 5x leverage on something that moves 5 or 10% in one day, it's going to wipe you out if the trade goes against you. So do be careful with that. I'd probably suggest with anything small that you've never traded before, just try it with a small amount, try it with a low leverage, just get a feel for it, and just be careful, really. Better still, just use like no leverage or 1x leverage or 2x or whatever, and take away the fear of liquidation until you've got your head around it. Okay, so what's my plan going forwards? Well, I made a decision quite a few years ago. In fact, it was back in 2013. I got involved with the investment thing that I actually put £32,000 into, and it was working out really, really well. And it was a bit weird. It was nothing to do with crypto. It was just to do with the leisure industry, if you like. And it was actually something that I was involved in selling and also setting up. And it all went horribly wrong. It turned out that somebody within the company was kind of doing really, really bad things. And basically, we were all oblivious to it, and all the money got siphoned off. And I kind of lost that investment. Now there was various legal ways how I could get that money back. So I appointed some solicitors to try and help me with this. And this was in 2018. From 2018 until now, I've probably paid, a few £1,000s in solicitor fees. And just recently, I'd given them another £1,000 to sort of pursue the case. And overall, I'm kind of down about £16,000 on the whole deal. And that's what I'm owed. And I just made a decision on the 12th of June to not pursue this any further because it's just not good for my mental health. It's like, just knowing that some bastard out there owes me money and I've got to pay money to try and get it. And also, it was so difficult just even getting hold of these solicitors. So I gave up and I asked for my recent payment of £1,000. I said, can I have it back? So I got this money back here. So I got £1,000, right? Now, I want to make that 16 grand back. So this is going to be my new challenge, right? Is to turn £1,000, which is actually about $1,272. So I want to make that into like £17,000, which is going to be about $22,000. So that is what I'm going to do. And I think I've got more chance of doing that by trading than I have by pursuing these solicitors and the sods who took my money. So that's my plan. What I'm going to do is begin with $1,300 and see how well I can trade that. So that's my plan moving forwards. Now that's probably not going to be of interest to any of you who have got like $50 and you want to turn it into $1 million. But that isn't the aim of this. The aim of this is to use my experience, some of it good, some of it bad, to help us do this. And the secret weapon, of course, will be the Save With Crypto Club, the Telegram group, where we've got people discussing their ideas, and a lot of people are doing pretty good. Here's some trade ideas. This one here, Mr. Roland Rat, he had a 19.37% gain there. Maxim Tana had a 225% gain. Phenomenal, amazing. This was me with an 85% gain yesterday. That was another 5.77% gain I had. This guy, Ash here, had a 1.59% gain. A gain is a gain. There's me with 18%. Oh, look, there's Ash again with 5%. And Roland Rat here, 103%. Fantastic. And there was me with 136%. Will here had a 12.11% gain. And Paul here, look at these. Carver USDT, 52%. Comp USDT, 13%. I wish I had the balls to trade altcoins like that. I'll get there. Anyway, so I think this is a really valuable resource. And it's totally free. So you can get to that by going to savewithcrypto.org/TG. And then that's the announcement channel. And at the top of that, you'll see a pinned message, which will have a link to this Telegram group here where you can discuss things. It's all totally free. I do ask that you use my ByBit link if you can, and you can get to that by going to savewith.crypto.org/ByBit, and that will get you up to a $30,000 bonus, which is great. Obviously, you have to sell your home, wife and kids to get that bonus, but if you're depositing like a few hundred or a few thousand, you do get proportional bonuses as well. So it's all a win-win. I do get a little kickback from it. It's not a lot, but I do get something. So that helps to support the channel. So at the moment, I can't see a trade to be taken at the moment. The way Bitcoin's pumped now, I would think probably what might happen here is it might bark back down, something like that, or maybe we'll go up to like 30k. It'd be a bit of a psychological resistance, and then we come back down here again. I'm kind of hoping that this top of this parallel channel will become resistance, so wherever it does, it will bounce back up again, and then we can trade that bit going back up there. But that might be hopium. It might not do that. One thing it won't do is just go up in a straight line from now on. That never happens. It will do things like what it did here. So I will be looking for new opportunity. Any good ideas? Do talk about them in the Telegram group, or leave a comment below, or anything like that. Let's get it going, and let's turn my £1,000 into 17,000 quid. That's the plan. If you like that, give the video a like. You know what to do. Make sure you're subscribed, and above all, tell your friends.